And welcome once again to another fantastic Fallout 76 video. My name is Dr. Wasabi. The first week of Valentine challenges has been released. And with that, folks, we will be doing a full guide on how to complete all of those challenges. But one thing you will need is the Doctor Head Mirror, which you will see me equipping and sort of crafting, so don't worry about that. I do say this at the start because this is essential in obviously completing every challenge. The amount of people I've seen who've done every challenge supposedly and then realize they haven't equipped it is just heartbreaking. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so for the first challenge, you have the following. Kill a feral ghoul while wearing the Doctor Head Mirror. Now, the way this will go, folks, is that there'll be a time-lapse of various locations and routes to take. So the big one is, of course, Morgantown. You know, anybody who's done a quest like this will go to Morgantown. I have done some other locations because I am aware that these will most likely be picked clean in the first 2 days. So there are a few other places like Appalachian Antiques and so on. Okay, so for the next challenge, we have kill 10 super mutants while wearing the Doctor head mirror. Now, of course, like the previous challenge, there will be a time-lapse of locations, although I would suggest you end the quest in Huntersville because that's where the next challenge will go. So the main super mutant hotspots we visit through the entire video, not just for this challenge, is Huntersville, Solomon's Pond, and the West Tech Research Center. So this sort of sphere of influence between West Tech and the sort of Savage Divide is a great location for super mutants, so you shouldn't have an issue there. Okay, so for our next challenge, we have the following. Collect 3 human skulls or skull parts while wearing the Doctor head mirror. Now, the best way of getting these sort of skull parts and bone fragments is through super mutant meatbags. So this is why I said to stay in Huntersville, because apart from West Tech, there is a numerous amount of meatbags over here. I say Huntersville because there's less super mutants in Huntersville. If you go to West Tech, it is a slog. So in the time lapse, I will show you every location for the meatbags in Huntersville, just so you're not confused or lost, or even if you miss any. Now, alongside that, there's a lot of bone charms in Huntersville. So these are all randomized, but there's so many that I'm sure you'll get free just by going there once or even twice. Okay, so for the next challenge, we have collect an Autopsy board game while wearing the Doctor head mirror. Now, this one is easier said than done, so for the time lapse, I'll go through a few locations and the routes. One of them being the retreat, the other one being the White House refuge. A lot of this is randomized item spawns. There are a few definite ones, but again, it just depends on who gets there first. Now, one example of this is the bounty. So there will be a box of board games over there, as you'll see in the time lapse, but it is, of course, randomized. I have endeavored to find as many locations as possible, just so you aren't left out. I am aware that the first few days are always a big scramble for players, so please bear that in mind. Okay, so for the next challenge, we have the following. Collect 10 nuclear waste while wearing the Doctor head mirror. Okay, folks, so you know the drill. Similar locations we do go to is Big Al's Tattoo Parlor, alongside the Kanawa Nuka-Cola plant. We will, of course, be going into the randomized item of this nuclear waste, because some glowing creatures do drop it alongside super mutants, so I'll be showing you some really good locations for that. Okay, folks, so we have a bit of a dual challenge next, and what I mean by that is that we have two challenges that kind of feed into each other. So we'll go for the first one, collect 10 microscopes while wearing the Doctor head mirror. So with the Autopsy board game quest, I have endeavored to find as many locations as possible. One of the good ones is AVR Medical Center, but these may be cleaned out by the time you've got to them. So there are a few other locations. One of them is West Tech. Good luck with that. And a few others, including Ella Ames's bunker and a few other places that we will see later in the time lapse.
If you got some spare supplies burning a hole in your pocket, why not help us help others?
Now, folks, the latter part of this dual challenge is the following: scrap 5 fiber optics while wearing the Doctor head mirror. That is obviously scrapping into fiber optics. So obviously, the microscopes are jam-packed full of fiber optics. So all you need to do is go to your tinkerer's workbench, or any workbench for that matter, scrap it, and that should be you done. Okay, folks, so we are back. So with the new reward, let's go see how it looks. So this is the dopamine wallpaper. I literally forgot how to apply these. I was like, why isn't it on the wall section? So let's go see what this thing is. So overall, I think, you know, it's a pretty sciencey red wallpaper. This is, of course, the Enclave season, so there's no surprise there. Now, of course, going into the different stuff, we have a few other rewards, but this is literally more like repair kits, Nuka-Cola mix packs, lunch boxes, etc. The other will be the Pink Heart Gobo lights, which will be for week 2. So yeah, there we have it, folks. A full guide for week 1 of the Valentine's event for Fallout 76. Unless there is an apocalypse next week, I will be doing a video for week 2, so hopefully that'll be very nice. I can't wait to see these sort of Gobo lights they're talking about. Very interesting. I want to say thank you for watching this video. Of course, my name has been Dr. Wasabi. I bid you a most pleasant good morning, good evening, or good night. And of course, as always, God bless. And I'll see you in the wasteland.